And next we have our next session. It's our table topic session, and our table topic master of the day is Tanishq. We know he is he was really the driving force of this club, and he's very dedicated, and he's really working hard to keep the energy of this club. And I'm really grateful for him that he's really working hard for that. And as a result of that, I'm also staying here because the other club that I'm joining in also is in a very busy schedule, and I was unable to visit that club for months. And this is the only place that, because this is a Sunday for us, and I'm really happy. And Tanishq, he is the founder and CEO of Chemray, a payment technology startup, and he is serving as the District 49 Public Relations Manager. So happy to be with this session, and over to you, Tanishq.
All right. Thanks, Andoni, for that introduction. So today we have a lot of time on our hands, roughly 25 minutes before we need to get into our evaluations. So today our table topics would be for 3 to 5 minutes. We will take them to the next level because we have a lot of time and it's just like the six of us. So why not? Let's do it. And today we will dive really deep into purpose, life, spirituality, and that sort of stuff. So you have 3 to 5 minutes to express all your thoughts on, various things that I'm going to ask you. Right. So my first question is for you, Mika. So when we think about how this world came to be, we hear about all of these theories called the Big Bang, right? I mean, science believes in Big Bang, that there was one big ball and it expanded into what it is today. If we read about other sacred texts of other religions, they talk about other theories that there were Adam and Eve, there is hell and heaven, and all of those things. So there are a lot of theories on how this world came to be. What do you think? What is your philosophy behind this? How do you think the world was created?
I will time you, Mika.
Thank you. So the question is world climate change? I don't get.
I think the world was created.
The world was created.
Like, how do you think, what is your philosophy? How do you think the world was created? Like, one theory is Big Bang, another theory is Adam and Eve, another theory is spiritual beings. There are a lot of theories. So what is your philosophy? What do you think how the world was created?
Okay. Understood. So naturally, we Japanese tend to think that the gods create the land. And there is two types of gods. And I like this, how can I say, the anecdote, the old stories from before our country has created. And as you know, that Japan is island, and then there is a dot, like about four islands. And then one of the highest gods made the lowest gods, and then they got married, and then in that sense they have like long bar. I don't know how to say in English, but the Japanese, it was called Japanese like the hoko. It's very long bar. And then the two married couple of gods holding the hoko together, and then towards into the sea. Then the island was born. And then that is started from the part of Japan that is now called Kyushu. A part of Kyushu was the very first island that the Japan was born. And then after that, the gods moved to the other parts, and then holding the hoko together again. and then create the other islands. And that is a part of the legacy or anecdotes. And then that was written in Kojiki. And I love Kojiki, big Kojiki fan. And then that was written as old history of how to create Japan. And then after that, the gods as the gods get married, they got many children, and then the children be scattered around the world, around Japan, and then they created their own places. So naturally, we Japanese tend to think there's a lot of gods everywhere. So we believe it means multiple gods. I don't know how to say in English. I will learn next time. But there is a God everywhere. So the gods is the basic of our island's establishment. And we pray for God for everything we are granted for. So there is no scientific things, but just God's there. And I love this story, even though this is, I knew that this is a fake, but I love this. And I tend to think, this is if so, I was bad at something, then my behavior was bad, so that the gods punish me. And if I go with okay, then it's thank God. God saved my life. And that is how I think and how this is my philosophy of the how world is created. Back to you, Tanishik.
Awesome. I'm so glad I got to learn about a new cultural folktale today or a new cultural legend today. That is really, I literally, after this meeting, I'll go up and look into it and, learn all about it just for the sake of it. Like, I enjoy learning all of these stories across various cultures. So thank you for sharing that. My next question is to you, Sepi. So, following up on that, do you think the world will ever end? A. B. If yes, how do you think it will end? I'll repeat it
Thanks,
for
Denise.
you.
No, I got it.
Okay, cool.
So I'm let's see, Christian. So I would just go with the answer of the Christian belief, which is the world will end. But of course, it's supposed to be as told by the Bible that it's going to be a lot of wars and rumors of wars. And then when the world ends, there'll be 1,000, days. I mean, not the world will end tragically, like I just said, but there'll be 1,000 days of, just beautifulness, I guess, because I guess things just get better. Not 200% sure on that part, but when the world ends, this is just a life for Earth, I guess it's called. But then our main purpose in life is to go to the next life. So when we get to the next life, that's where the glory is. So for now, as beautiful, like they say, if you think this life is nice, wait till you see the next life where it's going to be a beautiful place. So similar to what Miko was saying that, if you're good, you'll become, if you're bad, you become I guess you'll resurrect or whatever it is to a pig, and the Christian belief is you'll become your most whole self. So as a human, if you think your 30s where you were like your skinniest, your prettiest, whatever it is, that's what you will resurrect to be. If you maybe passed away in a car accident, you would, and you lost your limbs. And the belief of the Christian world is that you would resurrect with all your limbs. So that's the belief, and I just like to think that the next world will be a better world, a nice life. So if I'm having fun now with you guys, the thought is I'm going to have way more fun with you guys in the next life. Thank you very much.
Before we move ahead, Seppi, would you like to extend that? Like, because the timing is 3 to 5, I guess. Mika, you showed for 1 to 2. So if you,
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I seen green. I was like, I better wrap up.
So yeah, you have more time available. So if you want to extend, please feel free.
Sorry, Richard is trying to steal away my light. My dad's trying to fix my electricity because it kind of fell away this morning. But as Richard bothers me here, I think the only thing to add is, you know, no matter what other people believe, it's the good thing is just to realize that, learn, like how Tanish was saying earlier, that he's gonna go and learn what Mika understands in Japan and how their beliefs are. I think it's important that we all do the same thing where we just learn others people's belief and in a time where there's a lot of difference in the world. Like for example, today's October, I mean the month of October, it's Pride Month. So in the Christian world, we do believe in marriage mostly between man and woman. But then, of course, in today's world, it's kind of different. So even though my belief isn't what the world practices today, doesn't mean that I would shun any of those people that are that decide not to get married to another woman if they're a man, right? So I think that's the beauty about just being a nice person, or the human race is just to accept others, accept their beliefs, but understand their belief. It's a good thing to realize what others believe, because you can find out there's usually a commonality between everyone. And the commonality for me is, you find out after you push all those things aside, is people are wonderful people to learn about. I mean, I love learning. I mean, to me, I always say, like, I mean, it's just my thoughts. I always say, why are the gay people are the handsomest ones? I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of gay people that are so handsome. It's like, what? But that's okay. That's your choice. But yeah, that's just my thought. I just always assume that, because I have, especially Kim, because I'm still on green only. I have a cousin, and he's like the handsomest one, the buffest one of all the nephews, right? I mean, of all us cousins, the first generations, in America. And of all of us, I always tell him, like, why are you the gay one? You're supposed to have breeds and you're going to have, the beautiful children, while the rest of our other cousins are going to have whatever they have, right? It's just a joke within the family because he's so handsome. If you see him, maybe I'll find a picture and I'll post it on Facebook so you can see. But he was just always so handsome in his 20s and all that good stuff, handsome in the military, really buff, right? But that's life. Anywho, thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts and my life with my family. Thanks, Anish.
Awesome. All right. So we talked about, how the world could have started. We talked about how the world could, end. So now let's talk about what we are, really supposed to do in this life. So next question is for you, Becky. And I would like you to share more about what do you think is really the ultimate goal of life, the ultimate purpose of life. Not a personal one, but like something which should be like which every human should aspire to, like the ultimate goal, the common ultimate goal for every human. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you can share about if you think there is not an ultimate one, you can go towards that direction too, but I just want to know your thoughts overall. Do you think there is an ultimate goal, and if yes, then what?
The ultimate goal in life is world peace. It's important that we able to live in harmony. Like Seppi shared, we all have our different beliefs, but yet we need to find a commonality among all of us, that we need to be able to live in harmony with one another despite our differences, and not to be at war and constantly fighting one another. It's a sad time between the Palestinians and the Israelites currently. The people in Ukraine and Russia, it seems senseless. You would think that they would be able to iron out the differences peacefully, but they have to resort to weapons of destruction. And so my prayer to the world, to everyone, is to be able to pray for peace, that we can live in harmony with one another despite our differences, and to be able to also work towards preserving the land that we live in. In Hawaii, we call it our aina, and Japan, Mika lives on an island also, and land is limited. and we need to be able to take care of the land that we live on. So those are their purpose. I hope that the people that live in this world will aspire for these things. Thank you, Tanish.
Thanks, Becky, for sharing that. So, we have established what might be the purpose of life. It makes a lot of sense that let's contribute towards achieving world peace. So, my next question is for you, Sanduni. What do you think happens to people who do not achieve their life purpose? I mean, this could go in a lot of directions, right? There are a lot of spiritual beliefs that, about a lot of stuff that there is heaven, there is hell, right? There is one form of thinking is that another form could be that you just never achieve that happiness within your lifetime if you do not achieve your life's purpose. So that could be one thought too. Another thought is towards self-realization, that maybe this could lead to self-realization. So there are a lot of lines of thoughts here. So what do you think happens when someone achieves their life purpose, or let's say more importantly, what happens if someone doesn't achieve their life purpose?
Yeah, thank you very much, Tanik, for that purpose, that topic. Actually, I'm a Buddhist, so in my religion, we believe in another life. After death, we are having another life. So it depends on the things that we are doing in this life. It's not the physical. Physical means it's the spiritual development joining with the things that we are. Each and every action has a reaction. We believe in that. That in a positive, if we do something in positive way, we get it back, and we think every action is going in a cycle, that it comes behind us as a cycle. So that is the thing that we believe. And when it comes to life, we start with our birth, and when we are coming to this world, we know nothing. We know nothing. It's a pure heart, and but we take something from our earlier life. It decided where we born, and what are the things that the environment and the physical appearance. We believe that it's all it decided with the things that we taken from our earlier life. So according to that, we get this start from there, and we have the opportunity to decide where we go with the environment, and with the controlling of our mind, how we develop our spiritual and physical environment. When we are coming to this world, and the present world, it's really focused on our physical developments. That means not the spiritual one. But when we are, if we are really considered with the matters in the religion, we tend to develop our spirituality also. So when it comes to my personal life, I'm born in a really religious-based family, and from my early ages, my parents tends me to uh, teach me what was good and bad, and the religion is really supported by from that. That means because we know this happens because of this, we tends to go through that, and we really experience that. And I really believe in that. Each and that each and every good thing that you do comes back behind you, and each and everything that you do bad is coming in the same way. And every action that you take, how to take with a second thought, that we have to think twice before taking an action. And when it comes to even a word that we just give out to the world, it has some frequency. So it causes the aura around us, and with the vibrations that sets around us, we believe that the same vibrations get together, and it's attracted with the law of attraction. That I believe the people in this room have kind of same frequency vibration, so we do get together as we have same that thing. And if we goal that you asked me, that if we do good and we do bad, what will be the next level after we died? And we believe in hell and heaven, and even there are, as we see animals, and we believe in some ghosts, and in such way, according to the percentage of things that we do in good and bad, we are decided to go to those worlds. So we see animals in our around, we do think those are the ones who did something bad to not to get a human life. And it's only when we get a human life that we are able to develop our spirituality. So if we that can be developed by meditating and improving our mind, and we tell that we can attain to some high standard level from our mind. And
We lost our connection.
Yep. So, I mean, we'll move on for now. So, anyways, Sanduni talked about essentially what I have like learned to be the concept of karma. Basically, that you do good and you get rewards, and you do something bad, and then it reciprocates. So that is the whole concept of it. So we'll build further on this. So hi Ranjana, welcome to InspireX. My next question is for you. We are doing table topics, and today in table topics, we are aiming for 3 to 5 minutes. So that's something new which we are doing today. So here's my question for you. So we just talked about karma and the reciprocation of good and bad. So my topic for you is that do you think that like when you do something good you will like get those rewards in this lifetime itself, or like if you do something bad you will get those punishments in this lifetime itself, or do you think there is a universal spiritual ledger that is being maintained where you are entering good and evil and all of those things? So what do you think about it? What do you think about reciprocation? Is it in this life, or does it have to be like in different lives?
Uh, Good morning, everyone. Actually, I think it happens in this life only, reciprocation, because if we do something, if we don't believe in spirituality, then also we can connect like that. Because if we do something good, then we feel good vibration within ourselves, so that and we feel good. So even if you don't believe in any spirituality, based on your feelings or based on your vibration, you feel whatever you good you did. And in the response of that, whatever good you did, the other people in front of you, they also feel good. Then their positive energy also you can feel. So like that, so the result of good thing will be good. And if you do something bad, in that case, you even don't feel good. If you introspect yourself at that sense, at that time you just feel you didn't do good. So like that you feel whatever you good or bad you did in your life. um, and the people who is affected by that also will suffer, and whose negative energy also comes to you. So in that sense also you will feel bad. So like that you can connect if you are not spiritual. But if you are spiritual, then also there are a lot of philosophies based on that you can think. If you people generally say, if you will do good, then it will return to you, like that. So all this happens in this life only, or I don't know whether there is another life or not, but I strongly believe in that. everything good or bad you do, that return to you in this life only. So always try to just think twice whatever you are doing for the society or for the other person. So because it communicate through energy. So like that you will just get back whatever you did. So be basically conscious whatever you are doing in your action or in your whatever you are saying something. So because ultimately we all have feelings, and based on that we can hurt someone or we can also hurt. So this is the universal thing, even if you don't believe in spirituality. So that's from my side. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, Ranjana. So Ranjana talked about that, um, you get rewarded for your good deeds and bad deeds in this life itself. So my last question is for you, Jan. Do you believe that there is really a selfless good deed? Like considering that when you do something good, you feel good about yourself. So do you really think that it is selfless? Like, is there really selfless good deeds, or are all good deeds, selfish?
We're all human beings, and as such, none of us are perfect. We also, as human beings, have good and bad in all of us. So I believe that we do try to attain to be perfect, but many of us fall short. So I'm going to go around this and ask you to listen to a song that comes to mind. Now, pardon me, I'm not a good singer, but just listen to the lyrics of the song. Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There's no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Now, this particular song actually allows me to create my perfect world. Therefore, my reaction to the people around me, whatever they say, however they treat me, however they talk to me, also will be coming from within me. I have control over that. Will it always be perfect? Of course not. But one of the things that I subscribe to is that as a Christian, as a born-again Christian, I have a personal relationship with my God. And as such, I read the letters that He's written to me and all the teachings that he left for me to read. And we call that the Bible. It tells me then how I should live my life and how I should behave whenever I would be treated unbecomingly or not to my expectations, and when I'm also treated nicely. Of course, it's easier to live in a world where everything is nice and dandy, but that's not the real world. I also believe that, like an oyster in a shell, we always get to be rubbed in sand. And I think the sand is like the challenges that each of us go through, how we respond to life. After all the polishing that oyster go through, with all the challenges that it lives through, it gets polished. And the luster is so perfect at the end that you can actually say that it's the most perfect gem that was ever created. Yes, much more costly or more expensive or something that a lot of people would want is a really perfect pearl. I'm not sure whether I'm answering your question, Tanisk, but from what I understood is that we have to, or I have to, live in my own way, from my own accountability partner, which is the one up there, and hopefully be happy in my own perfect world that I created in my imagination. Back to you, Tanisk.
All right. So I don't think we can end on a higher note than this. We started from how the world was created and we went into how we create our own individual worlds into our own minds. So I think that was a beautiful journey. Thank you so much to you all for sharing your personal insights, your philosophical and spiritual and religious beliefs. So yeah, I learned a lot today. Thanks for that. And without further ado, I would hand over the virtual stage back to the Toastmaster of our meeting. Just a reminder that considering we have 22 minutes left, we can structure it 10 minutes for the general evaluation and roughly 2 to 3 minutes for master evaluation and the rest for guest feedback. So back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you very much, Tanishq, for that wonderful table topic session, and you took us in a really amazing journey. Actually, you started it with a beginning of the earth, and you actually, I think we all spoke the things that came within ourselves, because everyone when speaking, I think they have a lot to say, but we cannot just take it into a one place, because this is something that we really talk from our early ages until now. We are really curious about those things, what this life is really about. We are from different countries and we are from different cultures. Today we got to know that we have different beliefs, but we are here into a one purpose, that we in life we really believe in good, that everyone, I really touched with the thing that the purpose of life is to get the world peace, and in sense of nature we have to preserve it for the next, because we don't know where we came from and where we go, but we know that someone else has come to this place, but so we have to make this place the best place for them to live also. So with that, I'm really happy for that table topic session.